Excuse me, Marbles, that is my seat. This is the reptile set, ma'am. I have to film videos. This is the whole reason why this entire room exists. Can you, need you to scoot, please? Excuse me, ma'am, I need you to move. Go away. Oh, cats, am I right? Now, reptile bites are never a fun thing. I don't think I know anyone out there that owns a reptile and they're like, oh hey man, I cannot wait to get bit by my reptile. However, there is a big difference between your average reptile bite and the bite from these reptiles that we are going to be talking about today. These are going to be the top 5 reptiles with the absolute worst bite. A bite that is just mean, nasty, and can potentially, or in most cases, well, send you to the hospital. So with all that being said, let's sit back, relax, dive into some gnarly reptile bites, and roll the intro! And kicking off this list, we're gonna be starting with number 5, the TOKAY gecko. Yeah, I bet all you subscribers didn't see that one coming. Oh boy, a TOKAY gecko, who would have guessed? Now, over my years of owning reptiles, and specifically owning TOKAY geckos, I've been bit by them maybe once or twice. God, oh my god! Oh! Yes, the TOKAY bite is never a fun bite to have. They have these giant heads with these huge jaw muscles that are meant for, well, exactly what we were going to be talking about, biting things. Now, while the TOKAY bite isn't as severe as some of the reptiles we're going to be talking about today, I do believe it made this list, or needed to make this list, for one reason and one reason only: the fact that when they bite, they don't let go. Yes, TOKAY geckos, or otherwise known as the pit bull geckos, like to pretty much what I'd say lockjaw, which is they bite down on usually your hands, fingers, anything like that, and then refuse to let go for anything. My god, is it not a fun experience? It's why with some of my TOKAY geckos I tend to wear gloves with them, just because of the fact I know they're gonna lockjaw, and I don't want to have, you know, a giant, for instance, the granite TOKAY. I don't want this giant, you know, 15-inch plus TOKAY gecko latched onto my hand and refusing to let go. I absolutely adore my TOKAY geckos, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I will be completely honest with you guys. Getting bit by them is not a fun thing, and for those of you that own TOKAY geckos and you end up getting one that lockjaws, my thoughts and prayers out to you, because it is just not a fun experience. But moving on, we still got a couple of gnarly reptile bites to go through, and that is going to bring us to number 4, the emerald tree boa. Now, I don't think it's any wonder why the emerald tree boa made this list. I mean, just take a look at this skull. Look at those teeth. My god, those are some big teeth, boys, and my god, it's gonna hurt when it bites. That's just the truth. Yes, emerald tree boas have some pretty long teeth. In fact, they actually have the longest teeth of any non-venomous snake, I believe. I don't know. I saw it on Reddit, and now I'm saying it on video. The reason for emerald tree boas having such large teeth, or as some people refer to as fangs, is the fact that they are, well, within the name tree boas. They're going to be up in the trees, and a good part of their diet is actually going to be the avian variety, you know, birds, things like that, and they're going to have long enough teeth to puncture through the feathers to the, you know, body of the bird in order to get it, wrap it up, and then eat it. So that's the reason for boas having big teeth. It's because they need to catch birds. Emerald tree boa having these large teeth really isn't that much of a worry, but really what makes it on this top 5 list is the fact that they have these gnarly teeth, and they know it, and they have the attitude to show it. We've had our emerald tree boa for, I believe, a year or so now, and he's starting to actually get some size on him. Of course, these guys are a little bit slower growing than other snakes, so he's not like that full adult size, but he is getting there, and my god, does he have one of the biggest attitudes I have ever seen. Handling the tree boa is not for everyone. I really don't recommend it. Not only are they super fragile, they can break their tail easily, things like that, but they are bitey boys. They love to bite, and with the jaws, it's just not fun. Even a bite from this one at this size leads to immediate bleeding, and it's not a good time. Much like all the reptiles on this list, getting bit by them is just not a good time. But hey, we still have a few reptiles to talk about with some pretty nasty bites going worse and worse, and this one's gonna be a bad one. It's going to be number 3, the DBCB Exotics merch. That's right, folks, we're sponsored today by me, DBCB Exotics. Check out this cool t-shirt. Wow, a skull, and it's even got this on the back. That is super cool, and you can buy one right down there. It's literally right down there. You just gotta go down there and click buy, and it'll ship to you. It's really cool. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. Number 3, the blue-tailed monitor. Now, I'm sure we've all seen the YouTube video of that blue-tailed monitor bite. My god, that thing went viral and it was all over Facebook groups when it happened. If you guys didn't see it, here's the clip now with some bad audio because I have a horrible screen recording app.
Oh, he's a lizard.
Oh, his name is Blue.
His name is Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that is one nasty bite. But Dakota, why is the blue-tailed monitor such a bad bite? Why is it a worse bite than some of the other monitor lizards? That's a good question, viewer, and I'm gonna answer it right now. Blue-tailed monitors aren't a very big monitor. They are in the tree monitor group and they span around a size of 4 to 5 feet. So the size isn't really the issue. All the issue really comes from is the teeth themselves. I often talk about the blue-tailed monitor as being the mini crocodile monitor. They share a lot of similarities, and another one of the similarities that they do share is their teeth. Blue-tailed monitors have a serrated set of teeth. If you don't know what serrated is, it's here's a serrated blade. It's the little pointy things that go backwards, I think, maybe. They got some gnarly teeth, man. The teeth going this way and that way. When it bites you, it's gonna rip into you, tearing skin, muscle, ligaments, everything like that, which a bite like that will absolutely send you to the hospital, just like it did to my man that I got the video from. I don't know his name, but I know that the monitor's name is Blue. I feel like that's with most, and any like pet people, like, you know, like your neighbors, you don't know your neighbors, but you know your neighbor's dog's name. That's kind of how I am with everyone. I don't like people is what I'm getting at. Well, that was a pretty gnarly bite. It is not compared to the last two animals we are going to be talking about, which is going to bring us to number 2, the reticulated python. Now, with all the reptiles we're going to be talking about, it's going to have everything to do with their teeth. Of course, being serrated, they're going to have a lot more damage than your average reptile bite. Now, while the blue-tailed monitor did have those serrated teeth that led to a pretty nasty bite, now we have those teeth set on a 16 to 20 foot snake. My god, are those bites just something else, man. I've always wanted to get a reticulated python. I've always wanted to start actually breeding project with the reticulated python. However, I feel like that will be a little bit more down the road and when I get a little bit more space and a little bit more stuff with a python breeding. But one thing that is a bit of a hesitant is the fact that their bites are just nasty. Now here at DVCB Exotics, we don't like to use the word as aggressive, things like that, moving, biting, and just not good pets. We don't want to shine them in a negative light. However, the reticulated python, especially the males during breeding season, they get a little feisty, that's the word. During breeding season, males get a little bit feisty and get a little bit more cantankerous, the fact that they are more prone to bite during this time, and if you end up getting a bite by a reticulated python, it's not fun. I don't think it's fun at any size, but especially when the animal is males going around 10 feet, and then of course females getting a bit larger, defensive females with eggs, getting bit by one, not a good time, just a bad time. But now I know what you guys are thinking at this point. Dakota, a reticulated python, that has to be the worst bite ever. You know, what animal has a worse bite than a retic? Well there, viewer, we are gonna say that right now, and that's gonna lead us to the end of the list with number 1, the crocodile monitor. Now you pretty much take the same bite as we saw with the blue-tailed monitor, but now you expand it into an animal that is 8 to 10 feet long, a 10-foot lizard biting you with the same serrated teeth. What do we say? Not a good time. I fully believe that the crocodile monitor bite has to be one of the worst bites out there. Now, we're not talking about venomous, by the way. I didn't mention that. Of course, venomous bites are gonna be worse. You know, don't spam me with comments. Oh my god, you didn't mention the Taipon cobra viper snake, and that has the lethality. You take one step and you fucking explode. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about non-venomous reptiles. If it wasn't worse enough, they have a 6 to 10 foot lizard that bites with the same serrated teeth as the bloom-tailed. They also have something in their saliva that acts as a blood thinner. So now you have a bite that was inflicted with serrated teeth that then has something in the saliva, property in the saliva that breaks down and causes your blood to thin. That wasn't, no, that wasn't right. Listen, gnarly bite, serrated teeth, your blood doesn't clog very well, so now you got this thing just gushing blood everywhere. And it's also in a crocodile monitor's mouth, so I'm sure the bacteria isn't a fun thing. All in all, that has to be the worst bite, and no competition. Crocodile monitor, worst bite you can get. Again, this is not a venomous reptiles. They're not part of the list. Please don't spam comments that it's not the worst bite. I swear to God. And well, folks, there you have it. The top 5 worst bites you can get from reptiles. But now it's your turn. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Which reptile do you think has the worst bite out there? You know, was I wrong with this list? Was there a reptile I missed? And you're like, Dakota, what about this? They got gnarly bites. Hey, drop a comment and let me know. And if you haven't gotten enough of this top 5 video goodness, we got some more videos out there. We got a playlist right here talking about the top 5s. We got some more awesome videos, and right here is where you hit the subscribe button. It's not a suggestion. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, folks, we'll see you later. Goodbye.